Good evening, good morning, wherever you are. I'm hoping you're having a great day. Thanks for looking at this channel and giving more information about your crypto news. Today's story is Facebook, LibraCoin, on its way to be its own government power source. And it is currently leading the way and taking charge and trying to replace the US, Asia, and all the other currencies by taking its place. Meaning that the G7, which is a banking government task force, which is trying to scale the way to try to put Facebook to a halt. So, put in other words, that Facebook, LibraCoin, the governments around the world are trying to come together and try to figure out a way how they can stop Facebook. Not only Facebook, during this process, they got to see how if they can stop the greatest power that they can think of, which means that if they take them down, they can possibly figure out a way to regulate and or take down cryptocurrencies because the government failed to take part and take action when they needed to. Meaning, you let Bitcoin run for the last 15 years, and you're surprised that now they're the fourth largest currency in the world today, beating many other countries by a landslide. And now it is catching up with the US currency today. So let's get a little bit more into the article. So it says Facebook Libra risks to financial stability demanding higher regulation standards, says the G7. So in this article, we're going to break it down kind of. Facebook is going to literally possibly even can or help cryptocurrencies take over the world and kind of replace governments, will put them in a stable way to kind of like say, let me put it this way, they're going to try to rule the world. Meaning, if you look at the investors that Facebook has, not only do they have Visa and MasterCard, not only do they have their own Facebook and WhatsApp, all they basically gonna have this all around. From your driving to the music you listen to, because their investors is also Spotify and Lyft and things like that. So how they're going to put it, they're going to rule the world by using their investors to invest in them, to invest in you. So wherever you do whatever you think you're going to do and not knowingly knowing you're going to do, passing information, pictures, wherever ride you go, sharing, Facebook is going to be involved in it. And Mark Zuckerberg, I would just say, is a genius. Why? Because he took one thing and turned it even bigger. Now he's going to take another thing, turn it even bigger. Now he's going to go into the crypto world and take that even further by going every aspect you can possibly imagine. But the only problem is Facebook isn't very trustworthy when it comes to your private data, whether it be i.e. sharing or whatsoever. So they kind of settled that lawsuit with $5 billion recently, which was like a slap on the wrist compared to how much money Facebook is actually making, and all the other entities that Facebook has, like Instagram, WhatsApp. Excuse me if I say one of those wrong, but let's get a little bit more into it. The G7 group of nations has warned that cryptocurrencies such as Facebook, Libra are a threat to global financial stability. Yes, they say it's a threat. Cryptocurrencies are taking literally over the world by storm. People got to understand when change is coming, it's kind of like nothing you can do about it. And they kind of waited to like the middle of the season to say, no, wait, we want to start over, and we didn't get our team together because we're not going to make the finals. If you understand basketball or football or pretty much any sport. But let's just take a look in history. When everybody was carrying around all these heavy metal brass coins in their pocket, they didn't want to do it. They want to say, how can we make this easier? Then they got the paper back. So people walking around with paper, and they're like, okay, now it's getting kind of too bulky. Go further down in history. Now, people said, okay, look, we got bigger paperback. Now you don't have to carry so much. Going further down in history, then you get the Visa cards. Then you get the online banking. Now we just want to do away with everything. As long as I got my phone in my hand and something I want to buy, with the wave of my hand or the look of my eye, I want to purchase it because it's me. That's good. That's fine and dandy. The governments are not having it, and they're right now trying to develop bills and make proposals and coming up with these last minute laws to try to regulate Facebook, Bitcoin, and the other cryptocurrencies. Problem with that, it's kind of hard to stop Bitcoin because they have no office. There's nowhere for them to go to and make their complaint. But places and big government companies such as Facebook and Litecoin, they're trying to tear down their door right now and coming up with all these regulations and rules and say, look, you don't have this ready, you don't have that. And basically they're just pulling smoke out of their ass to try to get something regulated to where the governments will get paid. The problem is nobody wants to pay them, which make all these companies grow and move, such as the government. You need people. People haven't really been filling their governments for the last, forever. The government has been kind of turning sour. People are not very happy about it. So what that's entailing is that governments are going to try to force their hand. They're going to literally try to shut these things down, and it's kind of like, how you going to take down number one when, they're kind of really winning a race. So what they're going to try to do, the governments are seeing that they might try to go after Binance and try to stop them from using U.S. customers, and other ones will try to follow suits, like the other governments like Switzerland and such things like that. But now with the development of Asia now trying to get their cryptocurrencies and now allowing these things to happen, it's really going to kind of spring forward. And governments, again, are making a mistake. So back into the article a little bit. A task force set up by the G7, which you told you the G7 were those banking parties, to examine the issue, said to rule of the highest standards are needed to minimize the use of digital currencies in money laundering and funding terrorism. Recruit reporters Thursday. So what they're trying to say is they're going to try to use other, let's say, scare tactics to try to say that the cryptocurrencies are going to fund terrorism, which will make it a national threat and not to be used or utilized by any means if it's a national threat. And if you're caught possibly using it and You don't tell us where it is going, you are deemed a terrorist and a national threat, which what can possibly lead you to jail time, or I don't even want to say it, but use your imagination because I'm not trying to get anything utilized or, yeah. So, following a meeting of the financial chiefs from the G7 France this week, the group also said that we are addressing tax issues raised by the digital economy as per a draft summary of the meeting obtained by recruiters. Inspect Facebook and Libra to perceive the risks of monetary control of regulating. So what are they going to try to do? I just put this. They're trying to minimize the power of cryptocurrencies. Meaning if they make over, I believe the bill said 25,000 or $25 million, that basically they got to split up their company or unregulate their power. But it's going to be many ways around that. Just they're going to split up their company because of companies like Visa, MasterCard, or make up a new one like Instabook and say they got a coin, a currency, and then say that's our sister. We're not affiliated with them. Kind of like Ripple and XRP, they're kind of not like the same company, but they're the same company. They're like brothers and sisters. We'll just keep it in the family. So as we get into that article, let's get into some other things. Here we go. Okay. Good news. XRP Ripple prices could climb even higher. Bitcoin breaks 10,500. Ripple prices recover steadily after trading below 29-cent support level against the US dollar. The prices climbed higher and broke the key 30 and 32 resistance level. It seems like an ascending channel forming with the support of 31.5 cents on the hourly chart of the XRP. The prices are likely to break 32 cents and trade above 33 in the near term. Ripple prices are showing a lot of positive signs above 32 cents against the US dollar since Bitcoin railed 10%. XRP prices could continue to rise if it breaks 32 and 33 cents. So what this means is it's kind of letting you know that XRP is kind of staying very stable. And if you don't know what that means in the cryptocurrency world, that if you kind of have a stable coin, you can kind of rely on that coin. So I believe that's, in my opinion, why you don't see a big price hike or big price decrease, because they're trying to establish themselves as a stable coin, being the third/fourth most highest cryptocurrency on the market today. And they seem to be making moves and, keep getting bank investors, and people are saying but not saying that they're using XRapid and XRP, but they're letting you know that they're testing it but not testing it. But I guess they're not trying to make that official release yet because they're trying to keep it on the up and up and on the down low, maybe because they don't want regulators coming after them or saying anything, or but they're pretty open with their news and they kind of let you know what's going up straight forth. So I'm rooting for XRP, and yes, I own a little bit myself, and I'm hoping that they can remain stable as they are and they will continue to grow. And I do like how they are, moving forward. So that's why I'm sticking with them. If you don't like them or you like Stellar Lumens, so be it. But each one of those are kind of staying stable. I like them either way, even though I do not currently hold any Stellar Lumens. I would like to, because I believe they will do some things too, but on the up and up, somebody has to win. It's a lot of cryptocurrencies. Each one of them kind of have a unique turnaround in a sort of way, but they all cannot win. So whatever coin you win, or if you win all of them, hey, if you got it like that, that's good. But thank you for watching this first video. You guys have been helpful. If you can please leave a thumbs up and a like and comment below. Please let me know what you like and or was missing in this video. I will continue to make more. Thank you.